Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed who holds the most influence? Without them even speaking a word, some people just command respect effortlessly. They don't beg for attention, they don't try to prove themselves. Yet, when they walk in, everyone takes them seriously. What's their secret? Silent power moves. These are the subtle, almost invisible behaviors that project confidence, authority, and presence without saying a single word. It's not about being the loudest. It's about being the most composed. Not about demanding respect, but exuding it naturally. And here's the kicker. Once you master these moves, you'll notice a shift. People will start treating you differently. They'll listen more when you speak. They'll respect your boundaries. They'll see you as someone who matters. So today, we're diving into the most powerful silent moves that instantly make people take you seriously. Master these, and you won't have to ask for respect. You'll embody it. Let's get started. Number 1. The power of posture. Before you even open your mouth, your body is already speaking for you. Posture isn't just about looking confident, it's about embodying confidence. The way you hold yourself sends subtle yet powerful signals to everyone around you. Stand tall, and people see authority. Slouch, and they see uncertainty. Think of someone you deeply respect. Chances are, they carry themselves with intention. Their shoulders are back, their chest is open, and their head is held high. They're not shrinking into themselves or trying to disappear. Instead, their body language announces, "I belong here." Why does this work? Because posture triggers subconscious associations in the human brain. A person standing tall appears more capable, more confident, and more in control. Conversely, a slouched posture suggests insecurity or disinterest. People unconsciously mirror what they perceive. Confidence breeds confidence, just as hesitation invites skepticism. This isn't just about perception, it's also about how you feel internally. Studies in psychology have shown that adjusting your posture can actually influence your state of mind. When you stand tall and carry yourself with purpose, your brain starts to believe it. You feel more in control, and that inner assurance radiates outward. So, what's the actionable takeaway? Practice intentional posture every day. Whether you're walking into a meeting, standing in line, or sitting at your desk, keep your head up, shoulders back, and movements deliberate. Picture a string pulling you upward from the crown of your head, keeping you aligned and poised. Confidence doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes all it takes is standing tall, and people will notice. Number 2. Silence as strength. In a world that can't stop talking, silence is a power move. The ability to hold your tongue, especially when others feel the need to fill every gap, communicates confidence in a way words never could. Silence is unnerving to the insecure and magnetic to the confident. It commands attention and respect without saying a single word. Why does this work? Because silence signals control. People who feel the need to talk incessantly or rush to fill awkward pauses often come across as anxious or unsure of themselves. On the other hand, someone who's comfortable with silence projects calm authority. It tells people, "I don't need to prove myself. I'm comfortable in my own skin." Think about it. Have you ever been in a tense conversation where someone paused just for a moment before speaking? That pause creates weight. It forces everyone to focus, to anticipate what's coming next. This is the power of silence. It's not empty. It's purposeful. But it's not just about commanding a room. Silence is also a shield. In moments of conflict or high emotion, staying silent allows you to maintain control while others reveal their cards. When people are uncomfortable, they tend to talk more, often saying things they didn't intend to share. Meanwhile, your silence becomes a quiet advantage. The actionable tip here is simple but transformative. Practice the art of the pause. Before responding to a question, take a breath. During moments of tension, let the silence hang for a second longer than feels natural. In conversations, resist the urge to over-explain yourself. Sometimes, less is more. Silence, when used strategically, isn't just the absence of noise. It's a statement. It's power. Use it wisely, and you'll notice how people start leaning in, eager to hear what you have to say. Number 3, the art of eye contact. Your eyes are your most powerful tool in communication. A steady, intentional gaze can do what words often fail to achieve: build trust, establish authority, and command respect. The way you use eye contact sends a clear signal about who you are and how you view the person in front of you. How does it work? Eye contact creates connection. When you look someone directly in the eyes, it tells them, "I see you, and I'm not afraid to be seen." It communicates presence, focus, and a sense of grounded confidence. On the flip side, avoiding eye contact signals insecurity or disinterest, which erodes credibility in both personal and professional interactions. But there's an art to this. Too little eye contact, and you come across as evasive or distracted. Too much, and it can feel aggressive or intimidating. Balance is key. The goal is to maintain eye contact long enough to show you're engaged, but not so long that it becomes uncomfortable. Imagine you're in a conversation with someone who keeps glancing at their phone or looking around the room. How does that make you feel? Probably unimportant, like they'd rather be somewhere else. Now, think of someone who gives you their full attention, locking eyes as you speak. It makes you feel valued, heard, and respected. That's the impact you want to create. The actionable tip: practice mindful eye contact. When speaking, look into the other person's eyes for about 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Then briefly glance away to avoid staring. When listening, maintain steady eye contact to show that you're fully present. Mastering this subtle skill doesn't just improve how others see you, it transforms how they feel in your presence. Strong eye contact says, "I'm here, I'm confident, and I respect you enough to give you my full attention." It's one of the simplest yet most effective silent power moves you can make. Number 4, the measured response. When emotions are high and the pressure is on, most people react impulsively, blurting out words they can't take back or letting frustration dictate their tone. But those who respond with calm deliberation, even in tense situations, stand out as pillars of composure and authority. A measured response is a silent power move that immediately shifts the dynamic in your favor. How does it work? When you respond calmly, it signals that you are in control, not just of the situation, but of yourself. It shows emotional intelligence, restraint, and a higher level of thinking. This contrasts sharply with those who react emotionally or defensively, leaving others scrambling to recover their credibility. Imagine a heated discussion where someone hurls accusations at you. Instead of snapping back, you take a breath, pause, and then speak with clarity and intention. That pause alone shifts the power dynamic. It shows that you're not rattled, that you're operating on your terms. The accuser's emotional outburst now looks chaotic in comparison to your calm demeanor. This is about more than just staying calm under fire. It's about projecting confidence through your ability to think clearly and respond thoughtfully. A measured response also diffuses tension. When others are escalating, Your calmness acts as an anchor, grounding the conversation and earning you respect as the composed presence in the room. The actionable tip. Before reacting in any high-stakes situation, take a slow breath. Use the pause to assess your emotions and choose your words deliberately. Ask yourself, am I reacting to their emotion, or am I responding with intention? Even a few seconds of silence can help you regain control and ensure your response aligns with your values and goals. Mastering the measured response not only protects your reputation, but also strengthens your influence. People respect those who don't let external chaos dictate their internal state. When you consistently respond with composure, you send a powerful message. I am in control, and nothing can shake me. Number 5. Dressing the part. Before you say a single word, people are already forming opinions about you based on how you present yourself. Fair or not, your appearance communicates volumes. It's the first silent statement you make, and it sets the tone for how others perceive you. Dressing the part is not about vanity or showing off. It's about aligning your outward appearance with the respect and authority you command. How does it work? The way you dress signals attention to detail, self-respect, and professionalism. When you show that you've put thought into your presentation, it conveys that you care, not just about how you look, but about how you carry yourself in any environment. It's not about wearing the most expensive suit or the latest trends. It's about looking polished, appropriate, and intentional. Consider walking into a meeting where everyone else is dressed casually, but you've chosen a slightly elevated look, perhaps a sharp blazer or tailored dress. Without saying a word, you signal that you take the meeting seriously, and by extension, you expect others to take you seriously as well. People notice these small details more than you might think, and they subconsciously assign value to those who present themselves with care. What it communicates is crucial. When you dress well, you're not just making an impression on others, you're sending a message to yourself. You're telling yourself that you're someone who deserves respect, which in turn influences how you carry yourself throughout the day. This inner confidence radiates outward and makes others take notice. The actionable tip. Start by identifying the typical dress code in your environment, then elevate it one notch. If your workplace is casual, opt for clean, well-fitted pieces with a touch of refinement. If the setting is formal, pay attention to details like polished shoes, neat grooming, and accessories that complement your look without overwhelming it. The goal isn't to stand out in an exaggerated way. It's to show that you value yourself and the situation you're in. When you dress the part, you're not just putting on clothes, you're putting on confidence. You remind people and yourself that you're someone worth taking seriously. This silent power move may seem small, but its impact on how others perceive and respect you is anything but. Number 6. Mastering the power pause. There's a quiet magic in a well-timed pause. In conversations, most people rush to fill the silence, fearing that any gap in speech makes them appear unsure or unprepared. But when you intentionally pause, you're not just holding space, you're commanding it. The power pause is a tool that can turn an ordinary statement into something compelling and memorable. How does it work? A deliberate pause creates suspense, signaling to the listener that what you're about to say carries weight. It demands attention. Instead of racing through your words, you're showing thoughtfulness, confidence, and control. When you pause, people lean in, literally and figuratively, anticipating your next words. What does it communicate? The power pause tells others that you're not in a hurry to prove yourself. You're comfortable owning the room, letting the silence amplify your presence. It also shows that you're deliberate in your speech, which is a hallmark of strong, composed individuals. A person who pauses before they speak isn't rushing to say the first thing that comes to mind. They're choosing their words with precision. Think of great leaders or public speakers. They don't ramble. They don't fill every second with noise. Instead, they use silence as a tool to emphasize their points. For example, imagine delivering a statement like, "This isn't just a minor setback." Pause. It's an opportunity to redefine what success looks like. That pause between the thoughts, it makes the second half land with much greater impact. The actionable tip: start practicing intentional pauses in low-stakes conversations. For instance, the next time someone asks you a question, resist the urge to answer immediately. Take a breath, gather your thoughts, and then respond. You'll notice how the pause adds clarity to your answer and shifts the dynamic of the conversation. Additionally, use pauses strategically during presentations or important discussions to let your key points sink in. The power pause isn't just a conversational trick, it's a mindset. It forces you to slow down, reflect, and stay in control of the moment. And when you do, people naturally pay more attention to what you say. Remember, silence isn't emptiness, it's emphasis. When you master the pause, you master the art of being heard. Number 7. Keeping boundaries firm. Respect starts with you. People will treat you the way you allow them to, which is why keeping your boundaries firm is one of the most essential silent power moves you can master. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your time, energy, and values. They tell the world, "This is where I stand, and I will not compromise on what matters to me." How does it work? When you establish clear boundaries, you signal that your self-respect comes first. Whether it's refusing to take on extra work when your plate is already full, or declining an invitation that conflicts with your priorities, you're demonstrating that you value yourself enough to say no. This isn't about being difficult or selfish. It's about showing others that your time and energy are precious commodities, not to be wasted or taken for granted. What does it communicate? Firm boundaries say, "I know my worth." When you respect yourself, others take notice. They see that you're not someone who can be guilt-tripped, manipulated, or stretched thin to please everyone else. Boundaries create an aura of quiet confidence and authority. They show that while you may be kind and giving, you're not a pushover. But here's the catch. Setting boundaries is one thing. Enforcing them is another. Manipulative people, and even well-meaning ones, may push back when you say no. They'll test you to see if you'll cave. That's when your silence becomes your strongest ally. You don't need to over-explain or justify yourself. A polite but firm, "I can't commit to that right now," or "that doesn't work for me," is enough. Let your words stand on their own. The actionable tip: practice saying no without over-explaining. If someone challenges your boundary, resist the urge to apologize excessively or offer excuses. Instead, keep your response simple, polite, and firm. For example, if a coworker asks you to take on extra work, you can say, "I'm already focused on my current priorities, so I can't take this on." Then, stop talking. Let the silence reinforce your decision. The truth is, boundaries aren't just about protecting yourself. They're about teaching others how to treat you. When you're consistent with your limits, people will come to respect and honor them over time. And the bonus? You'll feel more in control of your life, with more energy to focus on what truly matters. Remember, boundaries are not walls to shut others out. They're frameworks that create healthier relationships and a more empowered you. If you want people to respect you, it starts with respecting yourself enough to stand firm. Conclusion: the quiet confidence that speaks volumes. Silent power moves aren't about manipulation or showmanship. They're about mastering yourself. Each of these techniques, whether it's maintaining strong eye contact, pausing before speaking, or keeping your boundaries firm, speaks a language of confidence and control without you having to say much at all. When you embody quiet confidence, you naturally command respect. People are drawn to those who project self-assurance, emotional intelligence, and intentionality. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the most grounded. When your actions and presence align with your values, you become a force that others can't ignore. But remember, mastering silent power moves is a journey, not an overnight transformation. It requires practice, patience, and most importantly, self-awareness. The more you focus on improving these subtle habits, the more they'll become second nature. Soon you'll find yourself standing taller, responding more thoughtfully, and exuding a presence that commands respect effortlessly. So, which of these silent power moves resonates with you the most? Do you struggle with maintaining eye contact, setting boundaries, or staying calm under pressure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're ready to take your confidence and presence to the next level, make sure to subscribe. There's so much more to uncover about building a mindset and presence that elevate every part of your life. Until next time, remember this: confidence isn't about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. Master the quiet power within, and the world will listen without you having to say a word.